So do you produce your own music? Like, do you make your own beats, or do you have somebody else making beats, or you the
I
MC? Like,
both. I put out a project. I put out a double CD style album called Meet My Beat, and that's a little bit of play on words, little joke there. Meet My Beat, and the subtitle is One Man's Long Dark Shadow of a Best of, and that's kind of a play on the title of my three albums. The first album from 2005 is called One Man Army. I released that album under the name Devious because that Devious is the name that I used back when my buddy Randolph was alive. The second album I put out in 2012 was Long Dark Night, and I put that one out as Bones, just taking on like a new name after like leaving DVS back with Randolph. And then the third album that I put out solo in 2020 was called Shadow of a Doubt. So you got One Man Army, Long Dark Night, and Shadow of a Doubt. And then the compilation instrumental album that I put out called Meet My Beat is a collection of instrumentals that have never been released before, never been put out there as instrumental versions on this one like collector set from those three albums. So that hence the title, Meet My Beat.
okay.
One man's long dark shadow of a best of, like, because it's not a best
Mm,
of, it's not a greatest hits, but it kind of in a way is. So yeah,
I get that.
on that record you hear what I got to produce myself. Like, I mean, some of like those are some of my favorite tracks that I did myself on my own with little to no help, except for my man Josh playing guitar on several of my tracks, particularly on the album Long Dark Night. He hit up like just about every song except the intro song Persistence with guitar tracks. So shout out to Josh. He actually has a YouTube channel that y'all should check out. He's the dynamic Josh Taylor. This man does live streams. He does not just like guitar and tracks, but this man can, like, he's one of those type of dudes that could it be in a quiet room, right? He'll do the live stream where he starts hitting his drum machine, he'll start the loop, he'll get it going, he'll fill it with the guitar, and he'll just
Yeah,
make a song on the spot. So homie is fire. So with
yeah.
the exception of my man's help, I had like all the beats done myself on that project. But the albums themselves do feature beats that, for example, my man the GGT, who I met at the H Street Variety Show, he did a couple tracks for me. He provided the beat for a song I did, a single that I did called "The Choice Is Ours." He provided a track for me that I used on this last album on Shadow of a Doubt, track number 3 called Game of Bones. So I like working with other producers, but the truth is, brother, like if I could pick my favorite ones are the ones that I had mostly a hand on myself, hands on beat and rhymes.